Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, as you can see, I'm out here and about, floating around behind the wheel of my car. Today was a sticker drop day again at Dutch Bros, and I was able to achieve getting the rest that I needed. I went to sleep last night really early I was falling asleep in my chair at the computer desk about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I think I was in bed by 10:15. I was probably passed out by 10:30. Woke up at 4:30 this morning. Would have been perfect, but I've got pest control people coming. And I've got to be at work at 3. So I just figured I would sleep in as long as I could. And then I'd get up and come up here and take my chances. Well, I came up here, took my chances, ordered 2 drinks, and got 4 stickers. They're this little, it's the old Polaroid camera from the late 70s. We got one, I think I was, I was a little younger than that. It had been mid-70s. We definitely had one when they first came out. I can remember always the anticipation of watching it, and waiting for the picture to show up, I was kind of cool that they did something nostalgic like that, But I ran into another lady. Her name's Ashley. She's a technology consultant. She says she has a whole bunch of Dutch Brothers stickers, and she's wanting to give them to me. I also was telling her a little bit about my journey, that I had a YouTube page. So I told her I definitely was going to hit her up and give her my information, and we can hook up and she can give me some more, she can give me Dutch Brothers stuff. Cool. So yeah, that's been my morning so far. I've been awake since about 9 a.m. It's 10:36 a.m. And since I woke up at 9 a.m., I have taken a shower. I got ready. I left. I drove up here to Norman. Ordered my 2 drinks. I got me a tea and a blended freeze. Coffee, blended freeze. And then, got my stickers. Had a conversation with a really nice lady named Ashley. And, I gotta keep an eye on this. I thought they had road construction over here earlier. They had but I think they finished it. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, I met this lady. Something tells me that there was a reason why I met this woman. There's a reason why she gave me her card. And there's a reason why she offered to give me her Dutch Brothers collection stickers, because she doesn't really collect them. She just gets them, and she says she just has them all in this basket. And she's like, if you want, and I was sharing with her the Dutch Brother groups on Facebook. I told her I can send you all that information. She said she's willing to give me the stickers, and I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, if that's what you want to do. If not, I can get you into the trading. But she's not really into that, probably. She has her own business. She, like I said, she's a technology consultant. So who knows? Who knows where this connection might lead? But sometimes you meet people out in the world, you never know what might happen or come of it, But I'm definitely going to be following through with this gal, because she seems really cool. And I'm just all about meeting new people, and I need to meet new people. I'm too much of a recluse. I'm too secluded. But there's reasons why, There's reasons why I choose solitude. over society. There's a reason why my circle is very small in comparison to some people's circles. There's a reason why I don't really make the effort anymore. Probably because, well, I used to be the only one making the effort. I used to always be the one to make the effort. And I got tired of being the only one making the effort. I got tired of being the only one showing out the energy. Got tired of being the only one that gave a damn. And I got tired of getting taken advantage of and used and abused. And not every interaction, not every connection I've ever had with anyone in my life was an abusive kind of situation or relationship. But I had a lot of friends that just took advantage of my niceness. And that's what it comes down to. You know, people that just takes advantage of your niceness. And sometimes I wonder if these people even realize what they're doing, or if it's just that's the way they've been their whole life, so they don't really stop to think about it and realize what they're doing, you know? I really don't know what the answers are, you know? And I don't think there's really any specific kind of, I don't know, I find being human now is so exhausting. It's exhausting being a human because once you awake and are aware of certain things, it makes you more awake and more aware of other things. Maybe I'm just an overthinker. Maybe that's my problem. I don't think it's a problem to be an overthinker. I think it's a good thing to think about things, but sometimes I think it can be not so healthy to think about a lot of, so much. Instead of thinking, I should actually get out and do. I'm a procrastinator. Why? I actually asked Google that question last night. Why are some people procrastinators, and there were several reasons why people are procrastinators, but mainly I think in my mind I'm consistently putting it off, just putting it off until someday I can't put it off. I always put others first, and I always put myself last. That's the way it usually always is in my life. I always put myself first, or always put everybody else first, and put myself last. And that's why it seems like I procrastinate, because of the fact that I'm always doing for others before I do for myself. But here's the thing. I'm slowly learning in this journey of mine that it's a good thing to be a helpful person, and it's a good thing to give to others, but you also got to give to yourself. You also got to help yourself. And if helping others takes away from the time that you can give to yourself, then it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing when others are consistently taking up all of your time and you have no time left for yourself. And that's why it's good to set boundaries, and that's why it's good to let people know, hey, this is how it's going to be. And if they try to overstep that boundary, then you just have to remind them politely and gently until the point comes, if they keep overstepping, then they obviously don't respect you, If someone oversteps your boundaries and you don't say anything, well, then that's on you. But if somebody oversteps your boundaries and you remind them, hey, where I stand on that. I told you once before. If it keeps happening, then you eventually just realize that those people don't respect you. And you've got to just let them go and move on with your life. And that's probably one reason why I don't have a lot of friends, is because majority of these folks that I used to consider my friend, they were my friend whenever I was around for them, whenever it was convenient for them to be my friend, you know, as long as I was doing for them, as long as they were getting something out of it. But the moment that I stood up, the moment I set boundaries, they all disappeared, you know. This is like throughout years, not in like one instant or moment, you know. I've lost multiple friends throughout the years because I finally stood up for myself and set boundaries, you know. Even though I didn't realize at the time that that's what it was called. I don't know how to explain it. It's very strange, you know. I have so many things running through my mind right now, so this is probably just going to be a hodgepodge, but like, people want to blame the government, people want to blame all the rich people in charge, etc., etc. But here's one thing I have learned, and something that I've said for quite a while. I just didn't know how to put it into words. They're human. They're not reptiles. They're not some alien underneath fleshly skin. They're not what a lot of conspiracy theories say they are. There's a lot of speculation, but they're human, just like you, just like me. They have to breathe, they have to eat, they have to pee, they have to poo. And then they have their whatever they do. Now, the difference between us and them is one thing, and one thing only: money. Money, you know, I never understood why the Bible said that the love of money is the root of all evil. Some people say, oh, it's love and money, money's evil. No, money isn't evil. Money is just a tool. But money can bring about evilness in people. And what I mean by this is, once a person has money, a lot of money, they can have whatever they want. They can buy whatever they want. And they can buy people. They can buy buildings. They can buy materialistic possessions. And they have no thought to it. They have no morality to it, you know? And that's where money is the root of all evil, because if everything you're doing in life is specifically for money, and if what you're doing is immoral or wrong, it's evil, you know? And that's why it is the way it is. Money in itself isn't evil. Money, it's a tool to help you in life, you know. You buy your stuff, pay your bills, blah, blah, blah. And I can even go into all that too, being that that's a psyop, that's a scam, that's something that the people just bought hook, line, and sinker. But this world would be so much different. But here's the thing. Maybe the world is the way it needs to exactly be. there's a lot of, I mean, you know, when I was a little kid growing up, before technology came around, before we had the news on 24/7 hours out of the day, 24 hours out of the day, 7 days a week, where something might happen in, say, one state, like say on the East Coast, but it takes 2 or 3 days before it hits the news in your area. Used to. This was like in the 80s. If, say, music became really popular in California and New York, but it hadn't hit Oklahoma yet, sometimes it would take several months for that song to really hit our state, for it to take off, become popular. You could have movies come out on DVD, CDs, and it would come out in like California, but you couldn't get it in your area until several months later. That's the way it used to be. Things took time. Now everything is instantaneous, and they programmed us to want everything instantaneously, you know? And that's the problem. People don't have any patience anymore. People don't have any consideration for others anymore because of the programs that have been ran on them. Like I said, it's like the boiling frog syndrome. I've talked about that before, and that's just what's happening. People are slowly losing a part of themselves on the daily, and slowly being boiled alive the more and more they comply, or the more and more they just allow all these horrible things to take place, and nothing be done about it, you know? I mean, that's the problem. Nobody wants to stand up. I've told people before, we need to bring back the guillotines, and we need to bring back the gallows and the guillotines. We need to bring back and implement and make it a monthly thing. If you are a politician, or you work for the federal government, or are in the public eye anyhow, any way, shape, form, or fashion, and you have anything to do with policies or laws or any of that, and you have been found guilty of committing crimes against humanity, then you have your choice of either being hanged or beheaded. And it will be aired live on public television, and it will be aired in the public square of that politician's home state. So whoever lives in that state where that politician's from, if they want to come see the execution, they can. And I would guarantee you this: if people, politicians, people in general, knew that this was going to be how it was done, then maybe they wouldn't commit crimes against humanity anymore. Wouldn't you think? I don't know. Just one of my thought processes. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. Till the next time, I'm out.